Lesson 2, this will be for 14 minutes. We are going to demystify Claude. By end of this lesson, you will know what Claude actually is and isn't, what it's brilliant at for BA work, where it falls flat, and the six-part anatomy of a prompt that gets you visible output the first time. No magic, just leverage. Now let's look at what Claude is. Claude is a large language model built by Anthropic. Three things make it specifically useful for BAs. It reasons and writes at a senior level. It handles long documents. We're talking 200,000 tokens of context, which is hundreds of pages. It remembers what you have said earlier in the conversation, and this part matters, is honest about uncertainty. If it doesn't know, it says so instead of confidently inventing facts. Think of Claude as a senior writing partner, not magic, not a search engine, a partner. Be it task which Claude excels at, there are 7 tasks where Claude will save you hours every week. Drafting documents like the BRD and FRD, generating user stories at scale, writing test cases, synthesizing meeting notes, describing diagrams so you can drop them into a tool, rewriting the same content for different audience, and brainstorming edge cases you would otherwise miss. Each of these is 5 to 10 times faster with Claude than manually. We will walk through every single one in the lessons ahead. There are certain things Claude can't replace, and 3 things are stakeholder relationship. Trust is human to human. Second is organizational context, the politics, the history, the unwritten rules of your company. Claude doesn't have access to any of that. And third, judgment on trade-offs. The big strategic calls require a human who is accountable. So treat Claude as your senior writing partner, not your decision maker. The output goes through you before it goes anywhere else. So now if we talk about prompt, memorize this 4-step rhythm. Prompt. Give Claude clear inputs and a structured ask. Review. Read every word critically. Do not skim. Refine. Iterate with follow-ups until the output is right. Approve. Sign off with your own judgment. Notice what's happening here. Your job shifts from writer to editor. And here's the good news. Editor get paid more than writer. That's the upgrade we are chasing. So different parts of a great PA prompt. Every prompt has 6 parts. The context, who you are, what project this is for, input, the raw material Claude should work with, framework, the methodology to apply, like Invest or Weber, output format, the exact structure you want back, examples, show what good look like, don't just describe it, and constraint, what to avoid. When all 6 are present, you get a specific useful output the very first time. Skip any one of them and you get the generic mush. Let's look at an example. A bad prompt will be write user stories for a sales app. Claude has nothing to work with. The result will be a generic, lifeless, useless. A good prompt, same task, but it names the company, the project, the persona, the framework, the format, the acceptance criteria, and the input transaction. Same model, same conversation, widely different output. The lesson is simple. Specific input gives you specific output. take the extra 90 seconds to write the prompt properly. So let's try it out. I'm in Claude right now. So now I'm just going to give Claude write user stories for a sales app. And Claude is going to ask me series of questions because Claude does not know the context as of now. So Claude does not have context, so it is going to ask me series of questions. Okay. Now instead of that, if we give a better prompt where we say you are a senior Salesforce BA on TechCop Sales Cloud project, and then we define that particular company B2B SaaS, 500 employees, 80 million ARR. Take the interview notes below from Sarah, VP Sales, and generate 5 user stories using the Invest framework. And then we tell what kind of format output as a persona. So this is the persona that we have to define. It could be a data entry clerk. It could be a sales rep. I want whatever the goal is so that the value comes out. Include 3 acceptance criteria per story using give, when, then. Avoid solutioning, describe needs only. And then we are going to paste the interview note. So this is a much better prompt to be given to Claude. Now talk about confidential. Before read check policy. Emails from any personal identity. Dollar million. Customer names with sensitive convenience always. Let's look at the multiplier math. Let's do a scenario. A BRD section takes 2 hours manually. With Claude, 20 minutes to generate, 20 minutes to review, 40 minutes total. User stories, 1 hour manually, 20 minutes with Claude. Test cases, 30 minutes manually, 15 with Claude. Add it up, 3.5 hours of manual work becomes 1 hour 15 with Claude. That's 65% of your day reclaimed. The question is, what are you going to do with the time you just got back? So the action items are 5 things to do before the next lesson 3. Just sign up at Claude.ai. It's a free tier. It is fine to start. Create a document called My BA Prompt Library. Try the 6-part anatomy on a real task today. Compare the before and after output side by side. And comment your first time saying when, what task, how long it used to take, how long it took with Claude. See you in lesson 3.